Hello everyone, this is Nelly with you, and today I would like to talk about infidelity as I promised, and what should we do if we find out that our partner is having an affair. Infidelity is number one reason for breaking out relationships around the globe. And the infidelity could be devastating and shattering to our emotional safety, our security, and our happiness. And the number one question you probably would ask yourself if infidelity ruptures your relationship is, what should I do? Should I stay or should I leave? My take on this is that the more courageous choice is to stay and to try to rebuild the relationship. But of course, every situation is different, everybody is different, and you can have completely different view on it. There is also a lot of pressure, external and internal pressure to quit the relationship. Maybe you have a friend who tell you, does a leopard change his spots? Or a mother who will say, dear, there is plenty of fish in the sea. You should move on. It takes a lot of courage to stay and to work on the relationship. Courage on both sides. On the side of the betrayer, it takes courage to look at the hurt, the pain he or she caused, and to admit that he or she made these choices to cause this pain, and to take responsibility for it. Also, to be willing to work on the relationship on a daily basis to rebuild the trust that has been lost. On the part of the betrayed one, it takes also a lot of courage to stay, to admit that he has been hurt, and to give this person a second chance, to be willing to work on the relationship to rebuild the trust. It is both ways. It takes courage, and courage is vulnerability. To be courageous is to be vulnerable. So you have to ask yourself, can I do this? Am I willing to take a risk, to be courageous, and to work on my relationship? Also, I would like to say that there are things that you need to do urgently if you find out that your husband or your wife is having an affair. Number one is to really reflect on the choices you made and genuinely feel sorry and apologize to the person you hurt. Number two is cut out completely any relationship with a lover or sex partner or sex partners you've been having an affair with. Number three is transparency. So you should become transparent with your computers, your iPads, iPhones, passwords, bank accounts, everything in every single area, so the trust can start building. On the part of the betrayed one, there are also things you have to do urgently. 95% of men leave their wives not because of the other woman or the affair, but because of the reaction of their wife about it. So what does it show us? That mostly we women cannot control our emotions, and we start fighting, terrorizing, blaming constantly. So the life of this man becomes so miserable and so hard that he makes a decision to live. But only then, if you as your wife makes his life impossible. Another thing you should do is to reflect on your life, to look within you and see who am I, what person have I become in this relationship. Am I the person who I like, still me, or I lost myself somewhere. I enmeshed myself so much in the relationship, I lost a track. Who am I? What do I like? So maybe you're somebody who thinks, oh, 30, 40 pounds overweight, who cares? I'm married, he has to love me for, who I am, for my soul. Or you become super complacent, you just want to stay home, be with the kids, you don't give your husband any attention. This could be also vice versa, that the man stops giving any attention to the woman, then the woman doesn't feel important, doesn't feel like she matters in the relationship, and then she's looking for somebody else. The same about the guys. He doesn't feel important, he feels part of the furniture, he's looking for attention somewhere else. So look at your part. People ask me, but why? What is my fault? Why you're telling me to look at my part? He's the one who cheated, he's to blame for. What did I do? So even if 99% is his responsibility, you still have this 1% you should look at. What are the flaws? What led to this? What is my part in this? So just take this moment as opportunity to grow, to evolve, become active, maybe start volunteering, take a new hobby, become more interesting, more appealing to him, more attractive. Just look at yourself and take this infidelity as an opportunity to grow, because what I can tell you for sure, you have to change. You can never be the same as before infidelity. Like, your relationship will change, maybe it will become better, but it will be never the same. Another thing is to renegotiate the relationship. So you felt that your safety is gone, your security is gone. So think of ways how you want to be compensated, to feel safe again. What is that you need from him or from her to have this feeling back? And start with this step, renegotiate, and then have a different relationship. So I believe that infidelity can actually be a good thing to motivate us to grow, to shake us out of the routine, to see where our relationship is and what we need to work on, and have even a better one. I don't tell you stay forever, but at least stay as long as you need to build your confidence back so you can move on to a healthier relationship. Because we as people need three things. We need to be loved, we need to be safe, and we need to be heard in our whole complexity. So take the opportunity to have even a better life through infidelity. I hope this resonated. Some of this resonated with you. Give me a comment and give it a thumb, give it a like. I love you all and see you soon.